Well, Wednesdays here on the program, we like to put the spotlight on the farm women's group, Common Ground.
Common Ground is a group of farm women who want to be a resource for consumers who want to know more about how their food is grown. So joining us today is Crystal Klug. She is from the Columbus area. Good to see you, Crystal.
Good to see you guys too. Thank
Yeah.
you for having me. Good morning.
Yeah. Did you have any trick-or-treaters last night? On the farm, maybe not.
No, I don't even buy candy.
Yeah.
We just,
You lucked out.
yes.
I remember that growing up. You really had nothing.
No.
So you'd go into town to trick-or-treat or whatever.
Yes. We hit the neighbors, and you know the neighbors like dump here. Nobody else is coming, so here's the bag of candy.
Yes,
So you have a lot of candy now, right? Well, we want to talk about the corn harvest. We've been doing that, but we also want to talk about caring for livestock, and that's really important right here in our state. So let's talk about moving cattle. Now, when you talk about moving them, do you mean when you buy them or take them to the feed yard?
So in the fall months, harvest is really important, but also there's a lot of cattle being moved, and I'm talking from ranches to farms like ours who specialize in feeding cattle who are older and who are heavier in weight. So we have the resources with corn to feed cattle that are ready for that higher energy diet. But with that transition of moving cattle from ranches to farms like ourselves, there's a level of stress. And so it's important for us to help manage that stress as best as possible. And so that's what I wanted to talk a little bit about today. We get cattle in at our place usually late at night, and so when they're unloaded off the truck, they're able to sit for a little bit. Then first thing in the morning, we're going to process those cattle. And what I mean by process is we're going to individually run those cattle through a working chute. They receive a vaccination, and it's just like I have 3 children. I take my kids into the doctor. They receive a vaccination to help with their overall health. It's important for our cattle to have those preventative measures. So they receive a vaccination for respiratory disease, and they're also dewormed, and that's really important. So once those cattle have all received their vaccination, they go to their pen, and when right away they are fed and watered. If it's a hot day, then we add extra water tanks in to reduce that stress level as well. But it's also to keep in mind, cattle spend most of their time eating hay and forage, and so we can't just bring them to our farm where we feed a lot of corn. We can't bring them to our farm and expect them to eat a full corn diet. So we work with the nutritionist to help add in that forage and slowly bump them up to a higher energy diet.
And we are seeing some pictures here from your farm.
Yes.
This is kind of where the cattle are being moved in on the semis.
Yep, so that's the semi's backed up to the chute, and there's Jake, and he is unloading the cattle. And so our chute is right by our working facility. And so then those are some heavier weight calves. So those calves have been there for a little bit, but so they're used to the bunk and they're used to everything. But younger calves, so I went right up to those cattle and took the picture. The younger calves in this picture, they are a little bit more uneasy, they're unsure, so I just kind of stay away, and they're about ready to get their breakfast, so I didn't want to bother them too much. So.
But I guess the bottom line in all this, Crystal, is that animal care is a big concern for you guys when you're moving cattle.
Yes, absolutely. And it's important just to keep it low stress as possible.
All right.
All right, and good thing is you're sticking around.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
We're
right.
going to be doing some cooking here a little bit later. It's a great recipe. We already have it on our Facebook page, but we'll share it with you in just a bit. Great.
We'll
Thank
see you in
you.
a few minutes. Thank you.